And good evening. This is the Elliott wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Tuesday, May 24th, 2022. Today, again, was an inside day, and it pretty much continues to be valid under both views that I've presented. Starting here on the daily chart, there are no changes. So everything that has been discussed remains in play, and the market hasn't made clear as to whether or not the third would move down to the current low, which is 14,491. That's 14,000. Wow. 11,491. And then this would be a 4. And then we're still going to turn. So that 4 would come down into this area. And we're still likely going to go down and put in the 5th. And on the daily chart, you expect the 5th to be of some length. But actually it can come down to where it's 100%. I would hope that it would go a little bit further, definitely making intermediate wave 3, if this is the case, the longest wave. It's not that close to being over, but at least that task has been accomplished. Now, moving lower, taking this down to the daily chart, the way it was left is that I was leaving the minor third in place, which puts us in a minor 4. And going down to the hourly, we can start taking a look at inside this. If this is the 3, and this is either a smaller little 4th wave, a minute 4, and then we get a 5, and then the minor third is done. And we do this all over again. This quick move up, this absolute conviction of bullishness. And then it just continues on its path. Now, what else it could be if indeed this minor third wave did complete and we have turned around and it continues and it breaks cleanly up. Come on, don't. Isn't it something? Come on. See, got it. If it continues to go up, it has to get above the 50. So we're into congestion again with the moving averages, the hourly moving averages. We have the 8 and the 4. 4 is trying, 4 is now cresting. And also we have the 50. Above that, we have the 200 at 12,085. This still needs to get above 12,097. And that's a point where if it goes back above, then it is going to be a minor 4. If it stays below, we still run the risk that this 3 moves over. That's the 4. We come down in 5. And look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. If it turns and goes back down, maybe it only gets to 14,483 or a little bit below that. That's all it needs to do. And I'm counting it on my hourly chart and I'm getting 5. So it remains possible. It doesn't have to be a huge decline, but possibly we just get a little bit follow through. Boom, we come down, create it, and then do it again. Do strong upside. The reason we're going to end that I'm enforcing this in terms of saying, just reinforcing that this is going to happen is because there will be a short period of time, a day, 2, 3, 4 hours, could be overnight, but there will be a shorter period of time where the market will just launch off the low. I'm hoping that that low is created during our session. That's what I believe it should be. And then within our live session, Monday to Friday, we get a chance to do the lift because I believe it'll be very dynamic, just like we have seen, and very, very profitable. And I know there are a lot of people that just really enjoy trading from the long side versus the short side. And the reason I say it is because this will be your moment. This is where the longs will pay off. And the deal is like if it comes down and we get another launch, it still would be a minor 4. So again, I'm looking for stronger than this. If we're looking for a minor 4 up, then I am looking for this market to get between 12,600 and 12,900 in a minor 4th wave. It should take out the high of the minute 4, or at least get to it. And that's 12,600. So that's what I'm looking for if this continues to the upside and is the minor 4. So it's got some proving to do, so to speak. And so we're going to have to let it play out. So back down, we just get a little bit below there. If it looks like it's 5, we can have the 5. The launch off of it will probably resemble something like this. And we go up, we kind of sit, and then suddenly the signal giver, the signal maker moves in, and we get that. And it may take until Friday, to be honest with you, because this was tied to an expiration. We could wait and we tie it to an expiration again, and it would be Friday. And it's Friday before a long weekend. So there'll be a lot of adjustments. Okay, so here's what we look for tomorrow. We could either have a continuation to the upside. If we get to the upside, what we're really looking for is for the market to basically turn from here, a little pullback, but that's okay. So this isn't really much of anything, kind of just very choppy and sideways. Then we get a little pop, and that was just after Goldbeck started, and now we're putting in a little bit, some strength to the downside. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like it because it overlaps, but it could be within a 5th kind of wedging into a low. And that'll add actually more power. If that's what is going on, it will add more power to the reaction once it's to the bottom, and that will give strength to the blast off of the low. Okay, so downside, it's got to break the 20 and keep on going. We'd be looking for it to break certainly below 11,576, and then ultimately below 11,491. I'm getting my degrees and numbers messed up. So upside, on the other hand, we'd have to kind of just do a lot of what it did today, but with more sustainability. The next challenge is the market needs to get above the 200, and then it needs to get above 75, 76. Ultimately, it needs to get back above 12,100 and keep on going. So that's also kind of an important little factor in identifying and labeling something as the minor 4th wave. So we're going to let the market tell us, and we'll see what kind of plays out. I intend to play both sides. Hopefully we got some pretty decent moves today where we had follow through, particularly early. That was a very nice downside move. And the initial move up was also good. You could see that there was a lot of failure. Once it did fail, it drew in the sellers, et cetera, but then it got choppy. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Our next update will be on Wednesday, May 25th.